Hi. So, welcome back to Breath of Fresh Air. This is Sevvy. He's the love of my life, and I'm so glad that you guys get to meet him. So I'll tell you a story about him. Come on, baby. Look, look. Okay, so I'll bring you guys down. That's Mr. Pister, or I also I also call him Sevvy Savalis. But he, okay, so how I found him, or how he came to be in my life. So he was about to get hit by a car. So I live on a pretty busy street in Coquitlam. And it's one of the main, well, in this suburbs, it's one of the main ones. And I was walking to 7-Eleven, hence the name Sevvy. And and some guy was walking down the street with him in his hands. And my ex-boyfriend at the time, or my boyfriend at the time, now my ex, he had said, so you know what, I'm going to hit this thing here. Hopefully that helps. There we go. So, and my ex-boyfriend at the time had said, like I said, I'm just learning these things, had said, he's like, did you see that guy walking with that cat? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, that guy we just passed. And so then I'm like, what? And so I was like, hey, buddy. And the guy turned around and he was like, yeah. And I'm like, do you have a cat? And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, can I pet it? Like, this is, I'm commonly known for, like, you know, like, Sarah, don't pet the bears. Like, but yeah, anyways. And so I went back and pet him and I was like, oh my God, because he was like this big. And so yeah, it's hard to believe that this guy was that big at one point. Even my vet says so. She's like, it's hard to believe it was a cat. And so, and then, yeah, so and I went and pet him and I was like, oh my God, do you even want him? And he's like, honestly, I have 2 cats at home that are going to eat this thing. I was like, I'll take him. And so then he came home with me. So he was about to get hit by a car when that guy found him. He was just, I guess, wandering all alone on his little lonesome. There's pictures of him on my Instagram when he was a kitten, and he was like this, like his little tiny head, and oh, he was so tiny. I thought the funny story is I thought Sevvy was a girl when he was a kitten, and one day I was petting his belly, and he got a little too excited and freaked me out. And yeah, this cat has been a big, like, not this cat, like, we are best buds. I wake up every morning and he's usually there with me, reminding me that it's time to get fed. But he also comes back and he cuddles with me for about 2 hours. And, you know, he, honestly, he saved my life. He used to sit with me when I was really lonely, and he's just so near and dear to me. He also chased me to bed the night before I got clean in 2017, and he would like meow, like, and nobody believes it, so I had it on video, and he like he'd meow me to bed. And so when I finally got to bed that night, I was like doing the chicken, and I was like, you know what, Sevvy, I'm like, however much energy I'm putting into getting loaded, I'm gonna put into my recovery. And my life changed the next day. I ended up having a seizure on my living room floor shortly after that. And I think at like 12 o'clock that day I came to, and that's when my life changed, right? I got sober and I didn't drink or use for 868 days after that. But yeah, this little guy's been my best friend. He's never judged me. I mean, he probably does. He's a cat. But yeah, he's so awesome, you know? Every girl needs her little black cat. And, you know, it's funny. I used to be super superstitious. And I used to not, like, cut poles or, like, walk under ladders. And then when I got this guy, it just changed everything, you know? It's like all those things are just stuff we create in our mind, right? And then we'll look for bad things to happen. And now it's like, you know, somebody told me something. Good things happen to drunks who don't drink. And it's like, you know what? Great things just keep happening in my life, right? I was, yeah, I'm going to make another video. So I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay. I just wanted you guys to meet Sevvy. So he's the star of the show. I have 2 other cats, and you'll meet them soon. Abby and Taryn. And they're the females. Oh, there goes Sevvy. Okay, so that's my time to go. So, guys, thank you guys for meeting Sevvy and hearing the story about how he came to be in my life. Talk to you guys soon. Love you. Bye.